Scream 7 came out this weekend. I'm going to give my quick thoughts on it. Spoiler free first, then we'll jump into spoilers. I thought the movie was entertaining enough. The action was really nice. The story fell short in a few aspects, and sometimes you just had to turn your brain off in order for anything to make any sense. It has that typical, how do they even survive this? Where Ghostface seemingly just, whoever dons the mantle just has superpowers, and that's just something you kind of expect at this point from any of the Scream movies. I get it. It's satirical to an extent. When you're trying to have this like serious moment and then this nonsense appears where Ghostface just disappears, it takes you out of it a little bit. This is now the third time the series has had a soft reboot. Scream 4 in 2011, Scream 5 in 2022, and now Scream 7 in 2026, where the movies are connected but they're barely referenced. Like Billy's daughters were just mentioned in a throwaway line. You know, the main two characters from the last two movies. They mention New York a few times, they mention Billy's daughters a few times, and that's about it. To wrap up this spoiler-free segment, I think the movie is worthwhile. It is worth watching. It's entertaining enough. I was never bored, and the whole third act was very action-packed, and I was actually kind of surprised that there wasn't less downtime during the third act. The kills were creative, Ghostface is brutal, and the plot is passable enough. So if you're on the edge about it, I'd go see it. It's another movie to see. It's not offensive. It's not bad. Now we're going to get into spoilers. I think my biggest problem with this movie is how often you have to turn off your brain for things to make sense. Like, all these Ghostface were like military trained. They're going hand-to-hand combat with the police chief, and they're winning. And during the third act, when you just have all the alarms going off, the town is in curfew, and you have all these alarms going off, and there's no police in sight. Like, the police just also have the days off. Like, does no one realize anything is going on? You have people constantly screaming in the street. It's a town center, and nobody's there. And this whole thing went on for probably like a half hour in universe. Like, it's been a long time since everything was going down, and it's just Ghostface and the daughter the whole time, with no police presence, with no one else coming out. I thought that was just very unbelievable, even in universe. And I think one of my biggest problems with the movie is the killer reveal. Like, the killers I found very underwhelming when they revealed them. At first I was like, who the hell is that guy? And then it took me a while to realize, oh, it's the psych ward guy. Because there really wasn't that good of a motive. The motive was just stupid, especially with the wife, the chick, I forget her name, who just brutally murders her own son. Like, this isn't someone trying to get into a new life. It's someone that has always been psychotic. Was the husband even abusive, or was he just defending himself? Because this chick is insane. She's just brutally murdering kids. There was a lot of red herrings in the movie, like the boyfriend, like the weird kid. And then they had the whole thing where the laptop was planted in the boyfriend's car. He does a horrible job explaining himself, but he still somehow catches up to Tatiana, is her name? I forget the daughter's name, honestly. Just to get killed off. I feel like this movie kind of lacks suspense a little bit. It's like they never leave you with that much time to believe that this person is actually the killer, right? They make it way too obvious. I guess the only time where you were kind of like suspenseful was when the guy was staring at her in the coffee shop, the one that escaped the psych ward, the first Ghostface, and then it's just absolutely going toe to toe with everybody, just throwing hands and winning. This Ghostface mask provides some insane buffs to anybody's stats. They become invulnerable, know how to fight, and just have insane durability and endurance. But overall, when reviewing movies like Scream, I often think, like, it is supposed to be like a satirical of the whole horror genre, right? So how many of these criticisms are really valid and how many of these are not valid? And that's kind of a hard line to draw. So I'm just gonna leave it at, I had fun watching the movie. It lived up to my expectation of a Scream movie. The constant rebooting is getting a little annoying, how they just kind of ignore what happened in the previous two movies. You know, if you watch my channel, I do not like when stories do that. I didn't like when Halo Infinite did that with Halo 5. I didn't like that when The Rise of Skywalker did that with The Last Jedi, even though I do not like The Last Jedi. But I understand why, because they were missing, the two actors just didn't return, right? One of them got fired, and then Jenna didn't want to be in the next one because the other actress got fired. And then you had the whole Stu red herring, which I still don't know how I feel about it. Like, it was kind of cool seeing all the old actors aged up in the movie in a way that kind of makes sense, but it just felt so over the top. And then especially one of the killers just so happening to be an AI engineer while also getting a job as like the headmaster they're at a psych ward. But it did have you believing for a second that, wow, maybe they're gonna actually do it and bring Stu back. Like, I was in that camp for like a little bit where like, wow, they might actually bring Stu back, but they didn't. And I'm glad that they did not. After everything, I still enjoyed the movie. I still found it entertaining enough. And honestly, if you get any entertainment factor out of a movie, you find it enjoyable, it's worth watching as long as you're not bored and you didn't come out regretting seeing the movie, which I did not. So if you're on the fence about it, I'd go see it. It's entertaining enough. It's fun enough. You won't be bored. At least I don't think you'll be bored. I'd probably give it a 6.5 out of 10. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one.